what made you change your behavior? Like, was it through dance specifically, or was there like a turning point where you're like, I'm done with this life?
Church.
Wow.
Started going to church. Like, I used to go to church when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like with my family and all of that. But
Yeah.
then at one point that stopped. Everybody started praying at different places. So that, let's say, nucleus was broken, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to find myself again. And I was taken to church by my mentor right there, Jean. He started taking us to church more often and hearing the message and hearing people talk. That's what kind of straightened me a bit, you know? I was still in church having some fucked up thoughts, you know, like, yo, who the fuck could I rob in this bitch?
I mean,
who the
you're
fuck?
human. And living that life for so long, I guess it's difficult to let go of all of that all at once. So makes sense that you would still have those thoughts.
Yeah.
What type of church?
What type of church? Protestant.
Yeah. Protestant.
Say it.
Protestant.
Protestant. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But he praise the Lord. All of that.
Do you have a favorite Bible verse?
A favorite Bible verse?
Or a favorite sermon that you have received through the years?
I'll be honest with you. I never read the Bible like that.
Honestly, neither did I. And I grew up in a Catholic school, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. What? So you never read the Bible?
No, I never. That's a lie. I probably picked it up a 1-2 time. But like, some people like really read through it. I mean, I had to in school read certain portions of the Bible. But I never picked it up and read it cover to cover.
I mean, cover to cover. I mean, it's a pretty
dense.
It's a pretty dense book.
Yeah.
So, okay, I get you. I get you on that. Do you have a favorite verse?
Ooh, do I have a favorite verse? Honestly, whenever somebody asks me that, the only one that plays in my head is it's like the love one. Love is patient. Love is kind. It's not my favorite one, but it is the only one that sticks in my mind because I've just seen it and heard it in so many places.
Do you think that there's still some type of attachment to it?
To the Bible or to that passage specifically?
To that passage specifically. Maybe one that you might not realize or notice.
I think there is a bit of an attachment. I like the Bible verse. But I think that I only remember it because it's used so often in movies when people are professing their love for each other. And I love romantic comedies.
Okay.
So because I watch so many, I think that I've just absorbed that verse specifically so many times that it's just ingrained in me.
Okay, so right there. I'm gonna tell you my favorite romantic comedy, and you'll tell me and you'll judge if I'm a real like romantic comedy watcher or viewer, okay? So my favorite romantic comedy is Think Like a Man.
I love Think Like a Man.
You love it? Okay, cool. Okay.
1 or 2?
The first one.
I do like both of them actually.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm just like combining them in my head. I think I might like one better.
Come on, when he comes in, like when they're having the dinner date on the rooftop, and Kevin Hart's
the server. Yeah, you know what?
And then you have fucking what's his name? John Legend's song that's playing.
Yes.
Baby tonight.
Honestly, he ate that date. I can't even lie. I'm like, rooftop, dinner, candlelight. You got your boy to serve. That's romantic.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's Kat. Now, when's the last time somebody did that? Did something romantic like that for you?
I think it was more so friends that did that. I think that my friends have shown me grander gestures of love over my romantic relationships. Not to knock any of them.
Hey guys, we slacking. Hey, we slacking.
Not to knock them, but my friends are just so. They pay so.
They
much
pay a lot of attention
to detail.
Woo.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was a good one.
Could I have your friends too?
I mean, no.
Oh, wow.
They're not for sharing. For my birthday, they actually surprised me and made dinner for me. It was like three or four of them actually just cooked dinner for me and literally just catered to me. Write that down for your next date. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm at the same time, hey yo, by the way, there's a whole fucking party happening downstairs. So that's why the bass and the sound and everything that's happening is so crazy. My bad. And we can't control the party unless we could call and be like, hey, there's a party happening downstairs, but you know we don't do that. You know we don't do that. So
I mean, we might join them.
We might join them. We might. Let me I was able to make friends with one of the people downstairs, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna text them, see if they could lower the bass just a bit.
A lot, perhaps.
All right, sorry for that.
It's all good.
My apologies. My bad. We shooting, right?
Yes.
Yes. And another thing that I want to say. So, all of the questions that you asked me and all of the answers that I gave, I was actually lying. So sorry about
I
that.
fucking knew it in your eyes. When everyone laughed at church, I'm like, y'all are mean. What if this was a real? Wow.
Some part of it was real.
Some part of it was true.
Hence why you said in it that a lie has to contain a little bit of truth to
Yes.
make it believable. Honestly,
Yes.
at first I was like, okay, he's lying. And then when you carried it, I'm like, is he though?
See that doubt, if I could get you to doubt, that's it.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I mean, I just.
It was good.
Thank you.
How dare you look at me and lie to me?
I mean, at least I told you that it was a lie.
Yeah, touche.
You know?
Touche.
At least. Like, I don't know, for some reason, sometimes I just do that. I just.
Yeah.
Not lie. I don't call it lying. I don't know what to call it
You
though.
played with the truth a little bit.
Yeah, just to make it fun a bit, you know?
Yeah.
But then I always tell the people if I'm lying. So like, sometimes people will ask me, yo, is your birthday on like June 25th? And I'll be like, yeah. And then on June 25th, they'll be like, happy birthday. And then I'll be, yo, my birthday was and they'll be like, you motherfucker.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
But they remembered to say happy birthday.
Yeah.
to you.
So I'm like, yo, that's super sweet of you. So thank you. I still
That's
say
still a
thank you.
friend.
Yeah, that's still a friend.
Yeah.
But not a friend that cooks me dinner for my birthday.
Step it up, everybody.
Hey,
Step your friendship game up.
hey, damn. Now I'm sad. Now I'm sad.
Don't have
All right. So let's get this started. Let's get this popping. Hey, so welcome back to another episode of The Interludes. It's The Interludes. It's The Interludes.
I feel like the floor
It's
is
the
gonna
interludes.
collapse.
Fam, for real, hey, it's pandemonium out here. So it's a real party. So we're gonna try to, keep the beat as we speak.
Ooh.
We gon' keep the beat as we speak. With us today, we have someone coming straight from Toronto. Her name, you ask me her name is Frannie. Her name is Frannie. And make some noise in this place for Frannie! Make some noise in this place for Frannie! Hey! Well, for real, thank you, Frannie, for being here with us, yo.
Oh my God, thank you for this opportunity. Today's been so interesting because I'm so not used to having any focus on me. So to have a full day of things centered around me, it's definitely an adjustment. So
Hey.
yeah.
That's interesting.
Thank you for having me.
Hey.
Yes.
Pleasure. It's our pleasure. It's all about you today. All about you. All right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'd like to send a special shout out and a special thank you to Maison Le Poème for having us in their beautiful space, you know, you done know. Also, a special shout out to GT Studios, cause you know, we looking kind of good in the camera, she. There's that 4K, you know, she, you know. And yes. So as we start, I'd like to ask you those 5 questions, right? Simple.
Yep. Sorry.
Who are you? What do you do?
Yeah.
When did you decide to do it? Sorry. Where are you from?
Yeah.
And why do you do it?
I brought my trusty notebook so I can keep track of all the questions. Who are you? What do you do? Where am I from?
Where are you from?
Yeah.
And when did you decide to do what you do?
You from? When did you decide?
And why do you do it?
And why do you do it? Okay, so who am I? My name is Frannie. I am a dance hall dancer. I am also in school for goldsmithing as well. The dance styles that I'm doing right now are dance hall, bruck up, and tutting. Where am I from? I was born in Toronto. My family is from the Philippines. And when did I decide to do what I do?
Yeah.
When did I decide?
To become an artiste extraordinaire.
I think I decided really to pursue, or my journey as an artist started when I left the choreography group that I was in, because in about 2008, I was in a choreography group, but I met one of my crewmates, Caldera, and we just happened to start freestyling at the same time. So once that happened, we just fell in love with freestyling. And we fell in love with freestyle dance, we fell in love with battling. So I think once we left the choreography group is when my journey as an artist kind of started. And then, why do I do what I do? Ooh, that's a great question. Why do I do what I do? I do what I do because dance in itself kind of allows me this infinite space to kind of dive into the depths of my emotions. So, for example, if I'm feeling grief, if I'm feeling frustration, if I'm feeling joy, it just allows me to kind of sink into those depths and really explore them. And it's really cool because it almost creates this, like, what's the word? Like alchemic reaction where I can take a bunch of mess and almost transform it into gold. Why do I do what I do? Well, give me one sec. I have something.
Take your time. Hey.
I think in my everyday life, I often really try to shrink myself. I'm really self-conscious with how much space I take up, and I really am conscious about how I navigate myself. But when I dance, it's like I can take up space, and I can stretch, and I can expand. I can slow down time. I can become this, like, otherworldly creature that doesn't conform to society's constructs. Yeah, I think that's why I do what I do.
Gotta snap my fingers for this one. Hey, jeez, tight. Okay, I love it. Wow. So personally, I consider you one of, like, Canada's hidden gems. All right, like, I've told you that already, and I'm gonna tell y'all in front of camera, she's like, she is the greatest female tutter in Canada, period. Like, for real, I really do admire your style.
Thank
the
you.
way you dance, and not just the way you tut, just the way that you dance, period, you know? But we don't see you that often. And now I want to know why.
Honestly, sharing my dance is a really vulnerable experience for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure it is for a lot of people. But what it feels like is almost inviting people to kind of take a look at my raw, unfiltered self. Mm-hmm. And opening up the opportunity for them to kind of critique it. And I mean, it takes a really long time for me to unfold, to be that unfiltered person, even around my friends. So the opportunity to open that up to the public or to strangers is what makes me hesitant to upload my dance. Because if I, for example, or if somebody doesn't fuck with what I do, I feel like it means that they don't really fuck with me as a person.
Oh, shit, okay.
So, but I'm trying to also get away from that mindset, because that's also not necessarily true, and not everybody's gonna like your shit. So I'm trying to become better at that. Yeah.
I hear you. Being able to distance yourself from that way of thinking, of like really taking it personal, that like, yo, if they don't like my dance, they don't like who I am as a person. That's special. Did you have that mindset when you first started dancing?
It's funny because I don't think that's what really I was worried about. When I first started dancing, I actually really liked battling and like
being in people's faces, motherfucker.
Or like being seen, you know? It was something that was really interesting to me, and me and my crewmate Caldera at the time, we were training pretty regularly. So I really thought that, and battling was one of the only paths that I thought I could take through freestyle. And so at the time, I guess what I wanted to do is I wanted to aim to enter every battle possible. But I guess that changed.
It changed to what?
Well, there was one battle in particular that I did where there was there was basically two categories. There was 1 versus 1 and 2 versus 2. And I ended up winning 1v1 and 2v2 with the person that I had entered with.
Shit, bad. Hey, my bad. Coming home with 2 trophies. She's at the Grammys like this, like, cat, my bad, my fault. Oh, you lost.
It was one time.
Oh, I'm sad. My bad.
Yeah, so I had, that had happened, and honestly, I was just really happy to have made prelims. I'm like, ooh, this is not what I expected, but this is cool. But afterwards, somebody that I had really admired had come up to me and said that now that happened, I needed to maintain my status, or I needed to maintain a rank, or I needed to maintain this like top spot that I had set for myself. And I don't know what it was, but I really fixated on that. And I think that's actually what caused me to start to kind of spiral downwards.
Oh, shit.
Because after that, and I mean, I'm sure it was a bunch of other things, but I started to use battling as a way to measure my self-worth and measure my validity as a dancer. So I was thinking things like, if you don't make top 8, like, how can you call yourself good? Or like, if you don't accomplish X amount of things, like, why are you even calling yourself a dancer? But I guess I was reaching for this perfectionist or I was reaching for perfection, and what I actually ended up doing was kind of taking myself further away from myself.
My fault. Sorry.
I'm almost like, oh, this is really distracting. It took me a lot further from myself. When I entered battles, I couldn't be present. When I was training, I couldn't train without tearing myself down. There wasn't a lot of room for error, and therefore not a lot of room for discovery or curiosity. And I think that's what made me start to actually fall out of love with dance.
How would you, now you just used the term, now you just said that you were falling out of love with your dance. What other words would you use to describe your relationship with your dance at that time?
I was definitely disconnected from my body, disconnected from why I started dancing in the first place. Other words that I would use. Disconnected. All really similar words. Out of touch. Not in tune.
That's crazy. Like how deeply someone's comments could affect you, and you don't even know, because the other person could have said it without even being spiteful or wanting any bad to happen to you. You know, maybe they just wanted to see you shine and to see you grow and see you glow, and maybe that's the way that they were guided through this dancing. You know, and maybe they thought that, hey, that advice helped me, maybe that will help the next person as well, you know. Right. So you don't know how that could affect somebody, and unfortunately it did the opposite to you, you know? Wow. But then now, where does your relationship with your dance stand?
So much different. I guess there was a silver lining with COVID in having so much time to spend with my thoughts and kind of see where this type of thinking was stemming from. I, during the winter of COVID, had gotten this really bad flare-up of eczema. So that actually left me really irritated all the time. I wasn't sleeping for 3 months, and I could barely move, because every time I would move, it would be like really itchy. It would irritate me somehow. So I think that forced me to kind of come to terms with the fact that I had to meet my body where it was at, or I had to meet my mindset where it was at, and be accepting of that. I think I viewed it as, if my body was functioning at 40%, can I still be okay with that? If my body functions at 10%, 5%, 2%, can I still love my movement even still? So I think that really paved the way for a kind of new thinking. So now when I look at dance, I look at it from more of an honest perspective and ask questions like, what do I need today? How can I find that within my movement? And that started to change, I guess, my focus. And my focus now is more so, like, how can I fabricate a foundation that is bound with honesty and truth? So that anything that stems from that is really rooted.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Every time it comes back up, it's like, yo, it's a shock.
With
Apologies.
vengeance. So I guess now, trying to build a new foundation from honesty and truth, and like hoping that everything that grows from that is truly a part of me. So that being said, hopefully that actually paves the way for me to be a little bit more comfortable being seen and putting my stuff out there. So very different.
Jeez, tight. And now, between where you're at right now and where you were, what are the... Hey, yo, man them! Turn that shit down! A new DJ came on board and hired it, and he didn't know. Sorry, I lowered it again at the same level. What time you guys finished? 7:45, because we had to take a break due to the increasing level of the bass, you motherfucker. I wanted to know, what were the tools that you used to go from where you were to where you're at right now?
Yeah, so when I was having that really bad case of eczema, I was also in therapy. And in therapy, my therapist had taught me about resourcing thoughts versus de-resourcing thoughts. So de-resourcing thoughts are essentially thoughts that unmotivate you. So thoughts like, I'm gonna fail, for example, or if I do this, I'm gonna fail. Resourcing thoughts are thoughts that energize you. So instead of, I'm gonna fail, you can say things like, I'm trying my best, or I'm doing the best that I can in this moment. So I think that really changed the way that I was thinking. So since I was having those thoughts about like, oh, like if I don't do all of these things, that means that I can't call myself a dancer. It started to change the way that I spoke about myself. And it helped me to kind of pay attention to the language that I use when I'm speaking with myself. And I think that's a big one. Thinking that like if I do something, I'm gonna, and being afraid of failure, focusing more on like, am I doing my best?
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, tight. Now I'm curious to know, what's your definition of an artist?
Oh, what's somebody who? What's my definition of an artist? Somebody who creates work that either provokes thought or emotion.
Okay.
So like, if their work can make you feel something, or if it can spark a conversation, I think that's what makes an artist for me.
Jeez. Tight. Now, how do you encompass
being an artist?
Yes.
Well, like I said, being able to tap into emotions really deeply in my dance, or is how I view dance. And if I'm able to kind of fully submerge myself in those emotions, then perhaps I can spark some sort of feeling in whoever is watching me.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And through all of that, what do you usually express?
Ooh.
What do you decide to express with your dance?
In terms of emotion, or just like in general?
To be honest, it could be in terms of emotions, but I feel like you've already touched upon that.
Okay.
You've said that, you sometimes, while dance allows you to seat deeply in that grief or that happiness or whatever emotion that you're feeling. So I assume that if you're sitting deeply in that emotion, then that's the emotion that you're trying to put out. But are there other things that you're also trying to express through your dance and your artistry?
Are there other things that I'm trying to express through my dance or my artistry? Are there other things that I'm trying to express? Sorry,
It's
I feel like it's being
that shit
drilled
is
into
distracting
my
as
head.
fuck.
Are there other things that I express? I think outside of emotion, lately I've been diving into being that kind of like otherworldly creature. Because I think like in my waking life, I try to be, or I am, again, somebody who is really self-conscious with the way that they navigate. Whereas within dance, I can just like be this like really weird being that you don't know where the fuck it's from. You don't know what it's gonna do. And that's really liberating for me to kind of be this like really kind of messy being that again doesn't have to conform to the constructs of this world. It can just be this completely other thing.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And does that mirror life? So do you have a side of you that's really weird and
Yeah.
all those adjectives that you just used?
I think so. I think it's the part that I hide a lot, which I think is why it's so liberating for me to then be open in terms of expressing it. And sometimes I guess I'm self-conscious with how I'll be perceived if I present that weird self. But dance gives me the space to view that completely. Yes, that's the side that I'm afraid of showing. Again, because I feel like I'll be judged for it. But
isn't that also the beauty behind art? Because I feel like that's your vulnerable side.
yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And I personally struggle with that as well because I've worked so long and hard on like presenting an image that is polished. But by doing that, I've also neglected an other side, something else that I could have tapped in, you know. And Bruck-Up made me understand that a lot, you know, because in Bruck-Up it's not about being pretty at all. You're trying to be a creature that's from out of this world, you know.
Yeah.
So I kind of struggled with that at the same time, but then I discovered that that's actually it's a plus rather than a down. You know?
And actually with Bruck-Up specifically, and realizing that George Adams had actually had an infection in his childhood that gave him a limp, and he used that to create the style of Bruck-Up, and he used it to augment his style. And I think that's really innovative to use something that like maybe in society would be perceived as like an impairment, and he actually used it to become this bigger thing. And wasn't held back by it at all.
Yeah, to create a whole form that everybody is trying to use that form and now flip it and use it to their own way, you know. So sometimes the things that we're shy about could actually be our best side sometimes, you know.
Exactly.
'Cause we don't know how people are going to receive it.
Yeah.
Now that makes me curious. How are you with vulnerability?
Terrible. Terrible with the vulnerability. It takes me, I feel like, a very long time or a very specific person for me to be vulnerable with. With all of my friends, even still, I have trouble really unfolding. But again, I'm trying to learn to to be more open. And I think dance has provided that small window. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Got you. For sure it has provided that window, because I feel like if dance wasn't part of what you do, then I don't feel like we would have had this rapport, this relationship, or this comfort for this conversation, you know? So yeah. I feel like this conversation is a whole testament of it at the same time, you know?
Right.
Like you said at the beginning of the whole interview, you are trying to, you're somebody that pays a lot of attention to how much space they take. But now you're also trying to allow yourself to be like, hey, okay, this full day is about me. Let me allow that. Let me allow that. Let me really just go through it and accept the fact that, yo, this is about me, and there's nothing wrong there's nothing wrong that it is about me, you know? It's actually something super positive, you know? Well, I mean, I hope that you feel that way.
Yes, I absolutely do.
Perfect. So now, quick question like that. So for people that would have went through kind of the same struggle that you just mentioned, so feeling like they're sometimes like the imposter syndrome and shit like that, like, oh shit, I didn't make top 8. I feel like it's in a direct correlation to my dance. I didn't do this. Oh shit, I feel like, you know, they might not like me as a person, and that and that and the third. Do you have any like advice for people who would like to then come out of that situation? Because I feel like a lot of people might be going through that, you know, like dance is something so personal, it's so vulnerable that we do sometimes attach those two things together. You know, if the judge didn't make me pass, that means that, yo, I suck as a person, or I suck as a dancer. That means I'm this type of person, or this, that, and the third, you know?
Types of advice. I think that comes back to the resourcing thoughts versus de-resourcing thoughts. What might be really helpful, or what has been helpful for me, is to write some of those thoughts down and then read them. And then think of yourself reading that to your friend. Would you ever tell your friend any of those things that you said to yourself? Because for me, I was like, I would never say any of that to any of my friends ever. So that's one. Also, to find people who you can share a dance space with, who you feel safe with. Because if you create that safe space with them, then you can take that safe space even when they're not there and bring it around with you. Actually, that was something that I learned in Pax's workshop. She taught a workshop in Toronto. Wait, you were there. Never mind. But that was definitely something that stuck with me, and actually stuck with all the rebels, is that, you know, we became a safe space with each other, and we're able to kind of transport that wherever we go. So yeah, surround yourself with your safe space.
Jeez, that's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Going back to your environment, the people that you keep around you, they always have an influence on you, you know, whether you like it or not, whether you want it or not.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah. But now, like you said at the beginning of the pod, you are studying craftsmanship.
Goldsmithing.
Yes. My bad.
It's
My
okay.
bad.
It's okay.
So you're studying goldsmithing, right? For the people who parle français, what is goldsmithing?
So goldsmithing is the ability to make jewelry, and it doesn't actually have to be limited to gold. You could use silver, you could use platinum, you can use other metals. So it's actually, you pretty much have the power to make jewelry.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Okay, and I see the jewels on you.
Thank you
okay.
so much.
My fault. Are those some of the pieces that you made?
My bracelets, yes. My necklace, yes. These types of rings I have made in silver. But yeah, a couple pieces.
Okay, so, but Now we got a problem because I want some rings too. I want some drip. I want a little chain, a little chainy chain
Perfect.
or something.
I got you.
All right, cool. She got me. You got that on tape, right? Y'all got that on tape. Perfect. When this comes out, if I still don't have a chain,
It's my fault. I see.
I'm gonna call you out on that.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But what drew you towards
Jewelry.
goldsmithing? I was about to
Yes.
say craftsmanship, I guess. Sorry, goldsmithing.
That's all good. What drew me to goldsmithing? So I have been working in a jewelry store for the last few years, and that has allowed me the opportunity to see the different sides of the industry. And so after being there for quite some time, I was like, maybe this is something that I want to pursue. And at the same time, I was actually studying my culture as well. And after reading about the Philippines, I had come across the fact that gold was actually really abundant in pre-colonial Philippines. So that means that no matter what class you were, everyone's in gold.
Gee, people had
You
the
know?
drip. Ooh,
Yeah. Maybe
gold
they didn't
tooth,
have clothes, but they had gold, which is
Jeez, okay.
so wicked. And because gold was so abundant, the goldsmiths at the time were incredibly skilled. So fast forward a little bit, after they were colonized, a lot of the traditional jewelry actually was taken and melted. So a lot of those pre-colonial pieces don't really exist very much.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And those techniques are now a dying art form. So I thought it was really coincidental that as I'm pursuing jewelry, that I found out this piece of information, because it really makes me want to see how I'm able to play a part in hopefully the revival of these dying techniques, but also incorporating my culture into my jewelry.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Tight. I would love if we could like zoom in on like some of the pieces that you made, but I don't know if that would be possible like that.
Honestly, these ones are really simple. I'll send you pictures.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
What's your inspiration when you start making jewelry?
Honestly, it's probably just what I'm going through at the time. My last collection was called the Matriarch Collection, and I had developed this affinity for pearls, which wasn't like a gem that I liked, because I had associated it with like, you know, more mature women, and I used to not like it, but there is this specific type of pearl called Baroque pearl, and
There's
it actually
different types of pearls.
absolutely.
I had no idea.
Yep.
I'm learning something new every day.
So the Baroque pearls actually grow in an organic form, so they're not round at all. So they could look like a splash of water. They can look really, organic. And I saw those, and it made me think of the women in my family, because my grandmothers, my mom, all love pearls. So I started incorporating them into my pieces with them in mind.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's dope. Hey. So now I gotta. Ooh.
No.
Got this question for you right there. You ready?
No.
It's coming like hot fire.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you take your sip.
Thank you.
Perfect. So, off mic, and you also touched upon it during the convo that we just had right now. You said that right now you are seeking for what is true and what is honest. So now I ask you, what is true to you?
What is true to me? Wow, that is a very broad question. What is true to me in terms of like how I view dance? What is my truth?
But then what do you mean when you say that you're seeking for truth and honesty?
Okay. I guess because in the past I have, kind of followed what I thought other people had required of me. Or I would follow the path that I thought that I saw other people following.
Pursuing, or
Yeah. So being honest and true is tuning into my own needs and my own wants, and using that as an arrow to point in the right direction, rather than being influenced from outside influences.
Sheesh. I like that. So now, if we want to see you dance, or is there a chance that we'll see you more often in the coming future or anything like that?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh.
So I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about this.
Oh,
but
shit. Okay, we got exclusive world premiere. Let's go.
So I just filmed a project. I won't tell you much about it because I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but
It's all good. I mean, letting you know this is coming out in 2022, so.
Oh, so maybe it'll be out by then. So it's actually a film, a short film, I think, called Undertones. Basically in it, we had explored movement and architecture. So hopefully when that comes out, you'll be able to see me more often.
Okay. So now can you tell us a bit more about Undertone?
No.
So we can't know who's in it, who else is in it?
Nope.
No?
I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, so.
Okay, can we know about your process, how you felt?
Ooh, I felt, okay, so it was really interesting because it was the first time I was doing a project where they were so thorough in what they were looking for. So the dancers were allowed to come into the studio together and work together. But before that, I was given like a long page of prompts, and the prompts went through different things. So the prompts went through every section of the song. I had to write about and explore in my movement what it made me feel as the song progressed. And then it had me doing things like, what types of shapes do I see in the locations, in the structure? How do those shapes and the way that I feel, how can they combine in my movement? So, and it was supposed to be an experimental dance film. So that was really cool to kind of explore things that maybe had felt a little bit outside of the box. I felt that it was really thorough in allowing me to kind of dive deeply into the way that I felt. It gave me a curiosity again in my movement as well. And actually filming was really fun. There was one portion where we were in a stairwell and they had me kind of hang onto the railings as I was tutting.
Oh,
so it was a really fun process. And I mean, I haven't done many things like that, so I would love to be a part of more processes like that.
Okay, that's it, artiste. Artiste, I love it. I'm really looking forward to seeing the short film. Let me know when it comes out.
Yeah, I will.
That's dope. You felt comfortable in front of the cameras? Like that's a different environment.
Oh
from
man,
battling.
I think I was not forced to feel comfortable, but we had run into a lot of setbacks. So when we went to our first location, I guess every other time that we had went, it was at a time where it wasn't as busy. But the day that we were filming, we were maybe filming for like 10, 15 minutes and somebody kicked us out. So that completely changed the storyline. The day was kind of like, we just had to keep it rolling. So I just had to get comfortable.
And adjust with everything that was happening.
Yeah.
Cool. A bit like what we're trying to do today with everything that's happening downstairs. Downstairs. Hey, downstairs. Hey, okay, dope. No, for real, I'm really looking forward to seeing the movie, and I'm glad that you're allowing us to see that side of you again, you know? Because I've been privy to seeing that, you know? But I feel like a lot of people haven't. But that talent deserves to be put out there.
Thank you.
That's my that's my perception of it.
Thank you.
Hey, all right. So now I got some rapid fire questions for you.
Oh no. Okay.
You ready? Oh shit, she's slap the knee. Cool.
How much time do I have?
Oh no. There's no time.
Okay,
There's no
I'm like,
time.
I
Actually,
thought it was
no,
like Song Association. Have you ever seen Song Association?
Song Association.
Oh my God, they give you 10 seconds. They give you a word. You have to think of a song that either has that in the title or has it in the lyrics.
Oh shit.
In 10 seconds.
Okay, let's try that.
Okay, I'm gonna do it to you because I'm not playing it. Ready?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Love.
Love, Heartbreak Anniversary. Giveon. Yeah, there's love
Yeah, you gotta
somewhere.
sing it.
Wait, what? Okay, wait.
What's the lyric? You ran out of time.
No.
Next.
Let's
Reset that. Okay,
I
fine.
wasn't ready. That was just a trial.
Okay.
Sorry. All right.
Oh, I don't have my phone as a timer. Okay.
Woo.
Next question. Next word.
I'm stressing right now.
Turn.
Turn?
Yeah.
Turn? You said turn?
Turn.
U-turn, Usher.
Woo! Okay.
Woo, okay.
Cool. 3 more. Try.
Try? Dust yourself off and try again.
Hey!
Leah, what's up? Let's go.
Wow, on fire. Okay. Classic.
What?
Classic.
Classic, the rapper from Toronto. Yeah.
That's his name. That's not the song title.
That's not the title.
You have.
But wait, we're talking. You gotta stop it.
No, the timer does
That's
not
a classic.
stop.
Dr. Dre.
Woo! Just in time. Okay, one more. Nice.
Nice. Mr. Nice Watch. J. Cole, Jay-Z.
Jeez.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Nice Watch.
Okay. Okay. You ate that.
All right, cool. You ready?
I think
Alright.
I think I am.
So same thing. Song Association.
Why do this is not my
I
game?
played
I
it.
pitched the game.
Yes, I played it.
You already
It's
had
only
one ready.
It's only fair that you play it. It's only fair.
My
You ready?
memory doesn't work as quite as fast.
No disclaimers. Okay.
Okay.
Tree.
You said tree?
I said tree. Not like 3, but tree.
You said tree.
Yep.
Oh my God. Nope. Damn it!
That was a
Tree?
That was test run. That tree.
The
Even
tree?
myself, I'm not even sure.
Can you think of a song that has tree
not
in it?
even. Maybe one Tree Hills team song. Is
I
it
don't know.
One Tree Hill or One Tree Hill? But there's a theme song though.
They don't say One Tree Hill.
You don't say? Okay, then I don't know.
That was hard, but thank you
Yeah,
for that one.
Okay. That was a test. That was a trial.
Cool.
Trial run. Cool.
What?
That was a trial
Yes.
run.
Okay,
So
yes.
now it's for real.
Okay.
All right. Smoke.
Smoke?
Smoke.
Oh my God. Oh my God, all I'm hearing is this bass in my head. It's knocking out all of my thoughts. Nope.
You could have thought of any Wiz Khalifa song.
I literally can't think of this bass.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a word that you gave me. All right.
Okay.
Let's go with love.
Oh my God, see, now I'm blanking. Oh my God, what is that SZA song? Oh my God. How do I not have a song for love? Why am I thinking of movies?
You could have thought of any Mary J. Blige song. Any Mary J.
Damn it.
All right. Another one.
I am not doing well.
Give me a word. Give me a word. Give me a word. Give me a word.
Ring.
Ring?
Ring.
Ring? Ring.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Alright, perfect.
If you
Cool,
like it, then you-
cool. Last
through
one. This
Beyonce.
one is that's all or nothing. All right. If
Okay.
you get this one, then
Okay.
you won the game. But if you don't, then you lost the game.
Okay.
Cool.
Touche.
Give me another word. Suit.
Suit?
He said suit.
Is it? I don't even know if this is how the lyrics go. I be on my suit and tie, shit,
tie.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. No, you got it. You got it. Cool. You
Oh
won the
my
game.
God.
You won the game.
How did I not get love though?
But now I have some more questions for you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, rapid fire. So first thing that comes to mind, you answer.
Is it like a one-word answer?
No.
Okay.
Okay? There's no time limit. Don't worry about it. You could chill. Don't need to stress.
I know I'm like,
Relax. All right? So, your favorite designer.
my favorite designer. Ooh. My favorite designer.
Actually, your favorite jeweler.
My favorite jeweler. Wow. Who have I been looking at lately? Honestly, I think my favorite jewelry company is a company called Amami, and their whole motive is to actually create jobs for goldsmiths who do use traditional skills. And they actually employ goldsmiths who know traditional techniques to make their jewelry.
Jeez, okay.
Yeah.
Musical artist. Favorite musical artist.
Wow, musical artist of the moment. Favorite musical artist of the moment. I'm literally running through my Spotify in my head.
Going through the list.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I always go back to Chronix.
Chronix?
Yeah.
Okay, tight. Great
Yeah.
gang. I likes that. Favorite dancer.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Favorite dancer. Wow. Can you give me a category?
No. Nah.
Favorite dancer.
Favorite dancer that you could watch every single day and you won't get tired of it.
I feel like every time I watch Martha Nabwire get down, like she looks like she feels the way I want to feel, if that makes sense.
Chase.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the elaboration. I like that. Favorite color.
It used to be pink, now it's yellow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tight. Favorite Canadian city.
Toronto?
Okay. I think you are the first one
Really?
this season to say Toronto.
But
Yep.
you know what? I haven't spent a lot of time in Montreal or any other.
Canadian cities.
Yeah. So I would say Toronto also, like, I mean, it's so diverse. You could get any type of food you want ever in the world in Toronto.
True.
So.
Hey, we'll have you come back more often to Montreal. Maybe you'll change your
Okay.
your answer.
Yes.
Hey, favorite American city.
New York.
Cheers.
Yeah.
NYC.
Yeah.
City overseas.
I'm gonna say two different answers. Cities in the Philippines that my mom and my dad are from are Cebu and Samar, but then also Kingston, Jamaica.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
for the parties. They're just so good. Yeah.
Letting you know she been.
Yeah.
Letting you know she been. She been.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you had to remove all ornaments that you're wearing,
Yeah.
but keep one, which one would it be?
This one. So the symbol is a Filipino symbol, and it symbolizes fertility as well as the moon goddess
Jeez.
named Mayari. Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Patient. 3 words. Patient. It just doesn't want me to think. No. Caring and kind, I hope.
Oh, okay. Cool. Now, if you're left stranded on an island and you could only listen to 3 R&B artists, which one do you pick?
Lauryn Hill.
Ooh.
3 R&B artists. I play Mariah Carey so much.
Ooh,
I would definitely
okay.
say Mariah Carey.
You need to.
Yeah.
My fault.
I need to belt that at the top of my lungs, or yell the lyrics to somebody. R&B. Or Aaliyah.
Oh, tight.
Yeah.
Tight. I like that roster. What compliment do you get the most?
Sorry.
It's all good.
So everything's vibrating. Probably that I'm thoughtful.
Okay. And now, finish the sentence. When I dance, I look like.
When I dance, I look like me.
All sides of you. Now this one, I want to be remembered for.
I want to be remembered for how I show love.
I like that. I like that.
Thanks.
You know what? Thank you, Frannie, for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for opening up, for being down with this whole experience, you know. We really appreciate you, the whole Interludes team. We thank you for coming through and for sharing your light, sharing your story, sharing your dance, sharing your artistry with us, you know. Really, really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Hey. Thank you. that was another Interludes episode. I hope that, you know, the party didn't bother you that much. You know, I mean, hey, it bothered me. But, you know, we do what we got to do. We out here doing the T-Pain on the bass.
Not in the chair.
You know? And yeah, yo. Special shout out to Maison Le Poème for having us in their immaculate space. And special shout out to GT Studios for, you know, making us look pretty and spiffy on the screen, you know. Much love. And we out.